Hi, and welcome to Scott on Tape. This is my video for today. I hope you like it.
Throw me a frickin' bone here. I'm the boss. Need the info.
I know you gonna dig this.
Alright, what's up? So, welcome to my hometown of Toronto. Even got the t-shirt on to prove it. Can you see it? It says Toronto. I'm doing a whole video today about Mike Myers. You know who Mike Myers is. Wayne Campbell, Austin Powers, Dieter, Steve Rubell in 54. I love Mike Myers. I've loved him all my life. I had the opportunity to meet him 3 times. An amazing guy. What? Pictures or it didn't happen? Fine. Yeah, that was a little bit of my 90210 look going on there. What can I say? Big Brandon Walsh fan. Big Dylan fan. Okay, so Mike Myers grew up in Toronto. Wayne's World is based on Toronto. Mike Myers' first apartment building is right here in front of me. This is where he lived for the first, I think 10 years of his life, right here. Want to take a look? I'm going to show you what this building is behind me too. But yeah, I'm squinting because I squint. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, why am I squinting? It's these contact lenses. It makes me squint. Mike Myers' building right here. Take a look. Here it is right here. Mike Myers grew up in this building. We walked right through those doors. Now, I don't know which apartment it was, but I'm going to take you to another one of his houses where I'm going to show you exactly where he lived. But that's his first building. Right across the street from Woodbine Arena, Oriole Arena. It's been called for a long time now. So it's more well known as Oriole Arena. And this is where I played hockey at Oriole Arena. I played hockey here, but when Mike Myers lived here, it would be called Woodbine Arena. And I think he probably played hockey here too. Because he's a huge Leaf fan, just like me. Right here. Don't you look at me, Postman. Please, Mr. Postman, don't look at me. So there's Mike Myers' building. There's a hockey arena, because there's a hockey arena pretty much on every corner in Toronto. And this is live. So if you're watching this today, this is today. The Leafs won 6-1 last night here in Toronto. They beat Anaheim. I'm a huge Leafs fan, like I just said. Did I just say that? It doesn't matter. So is Mike Myers. Hockey, we live, we breathe. Everything is about hockey here in Toronto. Especially the Toronto Maple Leafs. We love them. And they won last night. But yeah, so I promised I was going to do some videos from Toronto. This is one of them. Still got more California, more Vegas videos coming. And Palm Springs. But I want to do some Toronto stuff. And it's cold. Like my hand is about to freeze off right now. My boy girl gloves are in the car somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. But yeah, that's Mike Myers' building. I am taking you now to Mike Myers' first public school. Somebody else you know attended that school as well. So let's go down there to Mike Myers Public School. Should I take a look inside to see if I can see the hockey arena? I'm going to see if I can see inside if it's open.
Yeah, I think it's changed since the last time you've seen it.
Probably, yeah. Well, the dressing room's still to the right.
Yeah.
Well, that much hasn't changed.
Oh, it's open.
It's still the same. Exact same.
This was added like a couple years ago, like the glass and stuff.
Yeah, this was here. It was a snack bar. Yeah, still there. And the dressing rooms are, yeah, very cool. So that's what a hockey arena looks like in Toronto, people. There you go. Well, there you go. There's the inside of a hockey arena. Guys, nice have to let me go take a look around. All right, to Mike Myers Public School. Let's go. So right behind me, that's the public school that Mike Myers went to when he was just a little one. You know who else went to that school? Somebody else you know. That's right. I went to the same school as Mike Myers. Now, he's a lot older than me, so we weren't in the same grades or anything. He wasn't famous back then. I didn't know anything about him. But you can see his building right there. I'll show you a little closer when I walk around the corner. But yeah, I went there too. Did you want to see a picture from me for that age when I went there? Fine. Yeah, well, feathered hair. It was all the rage back then. Then I got into the 90210 look and a lot of different styles. So Les Gone, right there, that's where Mike Myers attended public school. Now I'm gonna take you somewhere else in Toronto to do with Mike Myers. Tiny tear. I was so small. Right there. Mike Myers and me. So if you look, see that building there? That's Mike Myers' building. So you would have walked right through that parking lot. And that parking lot is where all my friends lived. My best friend lived in that townhouse right there. But yeah, that building's the one that I just showed you. We walk right down. Mike Myers would have walked right down here into that school there. This is my old hood. Yeah. All right, Aerosmith. Mike Myers' favorite band, so I'm listening to it in tribute to him. But can't play the music because I don't want another one of my videos flagged for copyright infringement. But let's go. I'm gonna show you something really cool now. Mike Myers' main home when he went to high school here in Toronto. Do you see a little difference in the way the camera looks? A little more vibrant. You see every pore on my skin. Actually, I don't have any pores. I'm a dolphin. Remember that. Here I am on Sheppard Avenue in Toronto. And this is where Mike Myers lived as a teenager, where he went to high school. Well, he didn't go to high school here. I'm going to show you his high school. His high school is that. But here is where his childhood home, his teenage childhood home, I should say, was. I'm going to go to you right now. I'm going to show you the exact unit he lived in. This is a townhouse complex. Look all around me. Now, I was thinking... my channel started off, well, is just about going to weird places, different places, that sort of thing, blah, blah, blah. And then some people started asking me about my life stuff. So my life does intersect a lot with Mike Myers because I grew up in the same neighborhood. This is Scarborough. And then across Victoria Park, that's North York, and that's where I grew up. A bit of a rivalry between the two cities. Toronto's an amalgamation of cities. And North York is one of them, Scarborough's another. But I grew up in North York, Mike Myers grew up in Scarborough, separated by a street. Right here. Like this walking distance from where I grew up. But I don't know, I don't think anybody's really interested in seeing stuff about my life. But maybe if you are, well, maybe somebody else can come out and film that. No, that won't happen. Maybe one day I'll do a video about my life here in Toronto. More of that sort of thing. But here, this is about Mike Myers. My favorite actor, I always say who's my favorite actor, Ethan Hawke, Ben Stiller, Mike Myers. Definitely Mike Myers is way up there. Loved him from the beginning. He developed the character of Wayne Campbell on a show called City Limits here in Toronto, which was aired, I think it was like the early 80s. And he's in a video called Boys and Girls with Christopher Ward, who was the host of City Limits. Here's how he looked in the video. That's him doing Wayne Campbell. See? Yeah. So, and he would always make guest appearances on the show. And the day he graduated high school, he went down to Second City, auditioned, and got into Second City on the day he auditioned. And I went to Second City too, and I did all the programs there. And then I was supposed to go into the, the audition for the main stage thing, and I chickened out. Oh well, that's what happens when you're a little kid. I was too young. That's where Mike Myers grew up, that one right there, that unit right there. So that's Mike Myers' townhouse right there. This one right here. Let's go see what I can show you from around the back. Where he used to play. Well, he would be a teenager at this point. Well, 10 to 19, because he moved to London at some point too. London excuse me, London, England. I think after Second City, so then he did the training program at Chicago too. He performed in Chicago. Then he moved to London. But yeah, here's Mike Myers' backyard right here. This is a bit of oh, who cares? It's Toronto, this is my city. Mike Myers, right there. Was that his bedroom? I don't know. Was that his bedroom? I don't know. Mike, can you let me know? Right here is where Mike Myers grew up. In this little end townhouse right here. How cool is that? It's a cool little complex, actually. I've never been in here. It's right off of like a main street that I drive all the time. Still do. Sheppard Avenue, man. If you're from Toronto, you know Sheppard Avenue. That's it right there. Wayne's World is what Mike Myers is most known for, and Wayne Campbell, the character, and everybody in the Wayne's World universe is basically based around people, basically based around people that he grew up with in Toronto. It's all about Toronto. Bohemian Rhapsody, that scene in Wayne's World. That was a true story. Him driving down the Don Valley Parkway. You know, he just talked about this on the Stephen Colbert show the other day. And they each had a Galileo, him and his friends and his brother. He has two older brothers. Galileo. They each had a Galileo. And they would sing it and they would headbang. Mike Myers was a true headbanger growing back in the day. Oh, God. It's really early in the morning. I shouldn't have done this so early in the morning. I'm used to doing things later in the day. And it's cold. My mouth is about to freeze. No, it's okay now. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Wayne's World is based around Toronto. I'm gonna show, it was filmed not in Toronto though. People think it was. It wasn't. It was actually filmed in Cerritos, California. Lugar bonito. It's a beautiful place. And the exterior shots, a lot of exterior shots in Chicago, but most of it's filmed in LA, in the Valley, and like I said, Cerritos. Yeah, people think it's filmed in Toronto, but it wasn't. But it's based on Toronto. Pretty much all of his experiences. So I Married an Axe Murder, a lot of those characters are based on people he grew up with in Toronto as well. The character, the father, in So I Married an Axe Murder is loosely based on his father, Eric. His father is Eric. His mother, I think his name is Allison, but nicknamed Bunny. Everybody called her Bunny. Sadly, Mike Myers' father died before Wayne's World, just before Wayne's World the movie came out, so he never got to see his son's biggest success. And his production company, Mike Myers' production company, is named Eric's Boy, after his father. Isn't that sweet? That's very sweet. Mike Myers is a good Canadian boy. He loves all things Toronto. He promotes it heavily. Okay, so now I'm going to take you to the first of Mike Myers' high schools. My hands are literally about to freeze off. Welcome to Toronto in February. It ain't balmy. All right, so Mike Myers lived right around the corner there where I just showed you. And we walk right along this street. This is Pharmacy Avenue in Toronto. To this high school right here. Sir John A. Macdonald, named after Canada's first Prime Minister. Right here. This is Mike Myers' first high school. Now, what's really interesting about this high school is not only did Mike Myers attend this high school, you know who else did? Eric McCormick from Will and Grace. David Furnish, who's married to Elton John. And David Furnish and Eric McCormick, I believe, went at the same time and were friends. They were in theater together. Isn't that cool? David Furnish and Eric McCormick and Mike Myers all went here. But Mike Myers did not finish his high school career here. He finished somewhere else. I'm going to show you there. And I'll show you his yearbook photo too. It's really cold. Like really getting cold. But yeah, kids are getting dropped off. I don't know what's, you know, I hate being that guy filming at a high school and kids are all walking around. I feel like I'm going to get bullied. Not that I was ever bullied, but just, you know, kids today. Bully me on social media. Get it anyways in the YouTube comments sometimes. Oh, by the way, about the YouTube comments, I love reading everything you guys write. Sometimes I miss something. Sometimes I don't get them for a couple of days. You know that I always will. I'm always going to write back. It just takes me a while sometimes, and I apologize. But I love reading everything you write. Please keep writing. And sometimes if I miss something on an older video, if you're watching my video right now and you're saying, hey, you never wrote back to me on something, I must have read it because I do have to work while I'm in Toronto and saving money for all my trips and all that. So I'll get a notification, I'll read something, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta write back, and then I forget because there's nothing going on up here. Yeah, he takes up a lot of my time. All right, now I'm gonna show you Mike Myers graduating high school. Here's another shot. So John A. MacDonald. That's Canada's first prime minister. Now, I'm at the school. So there it is. There's his high school right there. I'm repeating myself again. Okay, now I'm gonna take you to the graduating high school, like I said. But I'm gonna get back in the warmth of my car. Don't you look at me, kid. I'll hit a kid in public, I will. Oh no, you're too little. Nah. Well, 4 of you I'll beat up once. I'm a tough guy, what can I say? All right, so this is Stephen Leacock Collegiate Institute, named after Stephen Leacock. Who's Stephen Leacock? He's a famous Canadian humorist. He was like the most famous humorist from like 1915 to 1925 or somewhere around there. Writer, teacher, political scientist, I believe, avid golfer, loved to throw darts, hunter. Oh my God, you name a snowball thrower. This guy could do it all. He was a humorist. But this is where Mike Myers graduated. Stephen Leacock, right here. Did you know that? Now you do. And look at this school. Look at it. Kind of looks like a jail. A lot of schools in Toronto are they're gray. My junior high was gray, and they used to call it the prison. I'll show you that maybe one day on another video, my junior high. It looked like a prison. So does this. This kind of looks weird. But if you notice, there's no fences around high schools in Toronto, in Canada. I noticed that at high schools when I passed them in America. Sad state of affairs. You just kind of heavy security, which sadly there has to be. But here in Toronto, just walk right on. But get permission, of course, if you're gonna come to take a look at the school, if you're a Mike Myers fan. Mike Myers' house that I showed you is just around the corner. His other school is just around the corner. It's all walking distance. But did I walk? No, I drove. Because it's cold, but it's a square block right here. So his house is just over there. His other high school is right over there. He could walk to all these places. Yeah, so he graduated from here. Then the day he took his final exam, went down to Second City, and he auditioned and got in the same day. I believe he did his Wayne Campbell character. It's one of his characters to get in, like, you know, to audition with. And that's how he got in. I'm not going to take you to the Second City. He auditioned at the old fire hall, which is downtown. It's on Lombard Street, I believe. And Second City's now moved in Toronto to another street. Blue Jay Way, I think it's on now. I'll show that. I'll do another video about that another time, about Second City in Toronto, because that's really cool. And I'll show you their old audition places and stuff, and rehearsal studios. I know where they are, because I used to be in them, and do the whole bunch of training program stuff. I'll show you that. I'll do another video about that another time. But yeah, now I'm going to take you to something really cool in Toronto about Mike Myers. 3 more places coming up. 3? Yeah, roughly 3. Okay, let's go. Hands, frozen. Look at that. They're not moving. They are not moving. Okay, that one moved a bit. The pinky's moving. It's really cold. California! That's right. There's a street in Scarborough, Toronto, named after Mike Myers. Mike Myers Drive, right here. Goes in a little loop all the way down there, new townhouse complex. Yeah, I'll take you for a little stroll. It's very cold, but I'm gonna walk down Mike Myers Drive a little bit. Mike Myers got to start at 2 years old. He did a commercial. And then at 10, he was in a commercial with Gilda Radner. How cool is that? Then he was on King of Kensington, which was a Canadian TV show. Then he started doing the Wayne Campbell character on City Limits, like I said before. So he really got to start here in Toronto. A lot of people did. John Candy. Who else did I mention? Eric McCormick. So many famous, funny Canadians that I can't think of right now because my brain is about to freeze. All you California and Floridians, all my friends there that complain about the weather in those places, stop. My eyes are watering. I'm not crying. My eyes are watering because it's so cold. Stop complaining about the weather. You don't know. You don't know. The snow was so high the other day, but we had rain and warm weather for like 2 days, so it's melted away, but it's been freezing. So all you people that complain about the weather when you live in a southern climate, stop. You don't know cold. Steve the Graveyard Guy, I was talking to him this morning. We were texting, and last night he was saying how the weather's not so great in Palm Springs. Aw, Steve, the weather's not so great in Palm Springs. Stop it. If you're not watching Steve the Graveyard Guy's channel, you have to watch it. Steve the Graveyard Guy is great. Watch his channel. Talk to him all the time. He's so good. I love watching his channel. Raul's channel, you gotta watch his. You gotta watch Paulito. You gotta watch Raul's brothers Danny's channel. Paulito's Way, like I said. Art by Carol. She's great. Really interesting stories she tells. I love listening to her talk. Watch my friends' channels as well. So there's the townhouse complex that they built, and they decided to name the street after Mike Myers. I think it was like around 2002. Anyway, okay. So now I'm gonna take you to a couple of other places to do with Mike Myers. What else can I tell you about Mike Myers that I know? When I met him, I actually had won a trip to Saturday Night Live. So I had been to Saturday Night Live, I got to see it live, and that's how I met Mike Myers. I won this Wayne's World contest when I was a kid and got flown out there, but I was too young to go to the after party, so I got to go to where they had it, but they wouldn't let us in because we were really underage. But I went to see Saturday Night Live, and that was awesome, and got to meet the cast. Oh, that was a long time ago, and that was just a wee thing, but it was amazing. And Mike Myers was so nice and so down to earth, and he watched my video about Wayne's World that I did back then. I don't know where that video is. If I have it, I'll upload it someday if I can figure out how to do VCR to digital. I'm not a scientist. I just play one. Okay, rambling. Let's go to the next location about Mike Myers. This one's really cool. I'm gonna take you inside. Warm up a little bit on the grill. Ooh, what does that mean, on the grill? On the grill? No, on the grill. Hamburger. Shut up, Scott. All right, let's go.
Some sweet, come on with a face like a gent. Said my get up and go, must have got up and went.
Still listening to a little bit of Aerosmith. Here's a trivia question for you. What movie was Sweet Emotion in? It was the first song. It was the first song in the movie. It was the opening song, Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. And the movie's title is based off a song by a very, very, very famous rock band. Sweet Emotion was the first song in the movie. I'm not going to tell you what was happening in the scene, so it'll give it away maybe. There's some little bit of trivia for you. Tell me in the comments if you know. This is Johnny's Hamburgers. This was my hangout in high school. This is Mike Myers' hangout as well, especially when he comes back to Toronto. He still comes here. I'm going to take you inside and show you some stuff about Mike Myers that's inside here. But this is famous in Toronto. Johnny's Hamburgers, some of the best hamburgers. I like the hot dogs because I'm a hot dog guy. I like hot dogs. What can I say? Hot dogs are very, very Canadian. Are they? I don't know. Johnny's Hamburgers, so good. Get the onion rings. if you come to Toronto, come in the spring or the summer. It's beautiful in the winter when it snows. It's nice in the fall. But if you can't stand the cold, I'm telling you, just be careful, because it's cold. But yeah, this is Johnny's Hamburgers. This is world famous in Toronto, if Toronto is the world. And Toronto is the greatest city in the world. Los Angeles not included. But I love Toronto. I love both. But yeah, Johnny's Hamburgers, Mike Myers right here. There's something else I was gonna say. See, people think it's I have so much to say about all these other things, but because of the chill factor, my brain is literally not working properly. Yeah, let's go inside. I'll show you around. A lot of newspaper clippings about Johnny's. There you go. An article about him right here on the wall. The lethally addictive power of Johnny's Hamburgers, fries, and gravy combination is not a Scarborough worth their salt who wouldn't want to know it. There you go. The inside. I wonder when the last time he was here was. I don't know. All right, so that was, ooh, look at this gray slushy snow. Oh God. All right, so one more place I'm gonna take you to. Wrap it up there. It has to do with Wayne's World, the movie, and Mike Myers, the man himself. I'll take you there right now. It's very close. It's very fun being here in Toronto, filming sometimes, because I can go to all these places and I don't have to look up on maps and everything. I know where everything is. There's no Siri yapping in my ear telling me which way to turn and all that. I just know where everything is because this is my city. This is where I grew up. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, old lady. Do not make eye contact. Hi, how are you? Oh, you're backing up. Of course. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, let's go to the last location. Why are you backing up too? I'm surrounded by cars backing up. All right, people, give me a break here. Oh, all right. Silver cars to the left and the right. This guy's gonna take an hour. Okay, let's go to the last location. Get my keys. Johnny's Hamburgers. Well, Geraldine, you asked. Do I ever wear any of the hats that are on my dashboard? Asked and answered. I just threw on my Canadian hat right now to end the video. Here I am at Tim Hortons. Now, if you're Canadian, you know Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is like the Starbucks, the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada. Tim Hortons was a famous Canadian hockey player. And they're everywhere. They're literally on every block. And it's the best coffee. I love Tim Hortons. I have it about 3 times a day. Their coffee. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now, if you've seen Wayne's World, they have a donut store called Stan Mikita's. Stan Mikita was a player for the Chicago Blackhawks. Stan Mikita's was based on Tim Hortons. But not just any Tim Hortons, off of this Tim Hortons. Because this is right across the street from Mike Myers' house, which is just right over there. And the public school just down there. Mike Myers frequented this Tim Hortons all the time. This is the one that he would come to. It's windy. I can hear the wind now. The wind is coming in the early afternoon. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, this Tim Hortons is Wayne's World's. This is where it's based on. This one right here. Don't look at me, person in the car. Now, I'll go a little closer. Come to me. Oh, I just saw a reflection in that car. That's somebody was coming towards me. But it's Toronto. What are they going to do? When you get mugged in Toronto, they politely ask you for your money. You just say no, and then they walk away. That's how polite we are in Canada. So you don't have to be, there's nothing to be afraid of when you're here. I'm going to turn my car on, too, and rev it like that lady. Weirdo. All right, so look at this Tim Hortons. The busiest Tim Hortons in Toronto, from what I've been told. It doesn't look that busy right now, but trust me, it's always busy. Ooh-wee. All these condos would not have been here when Mike Myers lived here. These are new. That building would have been there. That townhouse complex there, and his townhouse complex is way up that way. Not way up, walking distance. What up that way? Okay? Okay. I feel like I left a lot out that I was going to say about Mike Myers. I really love the guy. I think he's such a homer for Toronto. He loves it. He talks about Toronto all the time. He's such a good Canadian guy. Such a good Canadian boy. I love it. Always promoting Toronto. So, what's your favorite Mike Myers movie? I feel like mine is Wayne's World because I have a deep connection to Wayne's World because I did the Wayne's World impression on TV here in Toronto once when I was a kid. And I won the contest and all that. And that's how I got to meet Mike Myers, as I said before. But I do love Sorry, Married an Axe Murderer. I love the Austin Powers movies. Of course I'm going to do that. And Scotty Don't. My name's Scott. Scotty Don't. Scott's a very Canadian name, I think. I don't know. So is Gord. You know, I've never seen Shrek. I've never seen any of Shreks. I've never seen one Pixar movie. I'm not saying that because I think I'm cool. My friend and I went through the list last summer because he didn't believe it, and I've never seen one Pixar movie. I have to see one. I haven't even seen Toy Story. I'll watch one day. But I love 54. Have you ever seen 54 about Studio 54? Because I'm obsessed with 70s club culture. Love it. So I loved Mike Myers or Steve Rubell in 54. But probably Wayne's World is my favorite Mike Myers movie, followed by Sorry, Married an Axe Murderer. And all the Austin Powers movies. I love them all. Mike Myers is awesome. Canada is awesome. The United States is awesome. All of you are awesome. I love all of you that watch my channel. You know that. I'm going to get back to you as soon as I possibly can every time you write to me. The scourge of Toronto. Tim Hortons cups everywhere. And they don't recycle them. They're not, you can't put them in the recycling box. Why do you just put them in the garbage? Why can't they be recycled? I don't understand. But that's the biggest problem in Toronto is Tim Hortons cups are everywhere. All right. It's time for me to go get some Tim Hortons. Edit this video, put it up tonight. This is Tuesday, you're watching it live. Peace out. Mike Myers, you rule. Have I mentioned that it's cold? I did, right? Yeah, I did mention the chill factor. Yo, the chill factor, yo. The chill factor. Woo. Bye. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I'm filming you. No, it doesn't work anymore. My dog chewed the chip.
Yeah. Hi. Where are you these days? You didn't come.
I've been here. You just haven't been here.
I didn't see you. Thank you. Bye, Scott.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Good to see you all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye. See you later. Isn't that sweet? They're all so nice. Bye, Scott. Bye, Scott. I just want to drive through just to say hello again. Nicest group of people that work there. Love them all.